esoteric way, in a very deeper way, those people are actually the ones that are making the money. Why do you think that actors, sports players, people like that earn so much money? Have you ever thought or stopped to think, oh, why is it that I don't know, a teacher doesn't get as much, or a nurse, or as an actor or a singer or a football player? Well, because this is where the attention goes. The attention goes to something. This is where energy flows. This is where the money flows as well. And welcome to Not Your Perfect Yogi channel. This is day 7 of the daily Vlogmas, and I'm recording this a day later, so I'm aware of this. We'll be catching up. I was traveling. And today we're gonna talk about attention. I was actually going into work this week, and I work in advertising for, I don't know if I've ever shared in this on this channel before. So I work in advertising, and one big word in digital advertising, actually in digital marketing, one big word that keeps on coming up even for the advertising world has to do with attention. Attention is now very relevant for advertisers because they realize that we are getting bombarded from all sides, and people start blocking things out. Even if you see them, you are not focusing on them anymore. You're letting them pass by, you're just blocking them, you're not paying attention on purpose. And advertising is the first thing that you would want to not pay attention to. So what advertisers are doing now is focusing on how can we grab your attention. Where are the placements? What's the type of ad? How can we optimize everything to keep on grabbing your attention? So where the play was before, like just be there where it's relevant, now it's like, okay, be where it's relevant, but actually even more important, be where people pay attention. And the concept of attention for me is a very deep one. Being completely transparent on here, I sometimes myself struggle with my attention being too spread across too many things. And that's been one of my life challenges, to channel my attention towards what's important for me at a certain time. I think people with very open energy can find themselves being pulled in 1,000 directions, and all that has to do with success and control of your own fate, actually, in my opinion, has to do with controlling your attention. Tony Robbins has this saying, which I absolutely love: wherever attention goes, energy flows. So wherever you're directing your attention, this is where your energy is flowing. And calling your energy back home and focusing it on the things that you consciously choose to pay attention to, that is the biggest form of self-discipline, and also that is the biggest empowerment of the person that can do that. The world is becoming increasingly aggressive in that attention grab of you. So we all just walk around watching our phones. We're conditioned by what other people are pushing onto us, what the notifications on our phone are pushing onto us, what social media, what emails, what shows, what everything from the outside is pulling. And those people, if you want to think of it in a very esoteric way, in a very deeper way, those people are actually the ones that are making the money. Why do you think that actors, sports players, people like that earn so much money? Have you ever thought or stopped to think, oh, why is it that I don't know, a teacher doesn't get as much, or a nurse, or as an actor or a singer or a football player? Well, because this is where the attention goes. The attention goes to something. This is where energy flows. This is where the money flows as well. Once it's not relevant that it will all be about money, but once you realize that you're giving your energy towards something else and that is growing while it's taking away from your own focus, from your own conscious decisions, that puts things in a total different perspective. Just take those 5 seconds and think about it. Think about the conscious choice of saying, no, I prefer to just watch Netflix, I prefer to just watch other people, I prefer to give my energy towards them, and I prefer that they are rewarded for it, instead of me focusing on my energy on what's important to me. The same happens with, this is just an example of the bigger society, but the same happens with those around you, for example, that create drama, or those that, like aggressively try to grab your attention, because the human nature is like designed to protect us from danger. It's designed to focus on the highest intensity, on the highest stimulation, either pleasure or fear. So whatever plays with the pleasure button, whatever plays with the fear button, is actually what controls us. And we people have learned this, and we have learned to manipulate it and take other people's attention through these tricks, through using fear. Fear has been, and over the past years, fear has been at an all-time high, grabbing attention, grabbing power, and not in equal measures there, because you can see that some people where the fear is not as impacting for them, they survived better all these lockdowns, they survived better everything. Some people made a lot more money, but those that have left themselves being overwhelmed by fear have given up their energy to fear. Those that have given up their energy to even too much pleasure, think of casinos, think of all the addictions, that's consciously giving up your energy to something. So consciously we're not making a decision, but subconsciously where the decision is kind of, I don't value myself, or I don't value my own plans, I don't value my own goals, I don't value my own self more than I value other things like fear and pleasure. And for fear and pleasure, I will just give my life force, I will just give my energy, which is what attention is, and sacrifice a part of me to give it to someone else because they trigger something in me. I know it's a dangerous concept, it's a bit controversial, it is a bit much to say it all up here, but in this grab, I've always suspected that working in media and working in advertising, I always suspected that there's a lot more to it, which I'm just starting now to understand. It is how they say that media is extremely impactful, maybe more than a lot of other things today, because religion has taken a step back. All of these things that used to govern us before have taken a step back, and all of this media is what has replaced it, is where the power goes now. So be very cautious, I would say, with understanding that, and understanding that what you give your attention to grows. So would you want to grow that? Would you want to grow that person? Would you want to grow that situation? Would you want to give from yourself to grow what you are putting your attention to? If not, then don't do it. Bring it back home. Bring it back to yourself and reuse it for the things that you would like to grow in this life. These are my thoughts on attention, and I think it's a very important subject for me, at least. I'll probably speak about it again, but I would like to know what you guys are thinking. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with more thoughts. And thanks for those that have joined me on this video and have given me their attention. I'm really trying to give from myself also to help others. So hopefully this is helping us all. Thank you so much. The light in me sees the light in you. Now